Do you feel like there's more stability now with special teams? I know it was sort of moving and shifting around for a little while. Do you feel like you're able to sort of settle in, get into a rhythm, and really find some stability now that it seems like you've been on the field more? It's sort of your duty.
Yeah, definitely. I think the biggest thing for me with finding stability has just been my consistency. Just as far as not only getting game experience, but just being here for a while, practicing, going through camp, and now it's kind of, I know what to expect a little bit more than I did before, and everything feels a lot more normal and comfortable.
What was that like before, even like 3-4 weeks ago, when Matt comes in, you come in, Matt comes in, you come in? It was a little more jumping around.
It's a little tough not knowing sometimes, if you're going to play or what's going on, but I mean, that's kind of the nature of playing college football. So I think I've just, even a couple weeks ago, I was really starting to learn, just got to focus on yourself. And there's going to be stuff going on with other people, stuff going on with coaches, and really all you can control is how you're performing. So
what's that like on the sideline? Because you're sort of, you're sort of isolated on an island by yourself sometimes. Because I'll walk up and down the field and I'll see kickers that are literally off by themselves doing their own thing for so long. There's, you don't see them too much with the long snapper or holder or anybody. What is that like for you? It always seems like kickers are sort of on an island by themselves.
Well, that's never really been me. I'm walking up and down the sideline talking to different people, because I think what really happens when you do that is you overthink things and you just end up killing yourself, because you can't be focused on when's my next kick going to be and everything the entire game, or mentally you're just going to be so worn out. So I'm always ready to kick. I'm staying warm on the sideline obviously, but yeah, I'm not thinking really hard the whole game. I like to kind of relax and have fun.
What do you do to relax? Like, do you just go you go sit down with other guys, sort of hear what they're talking about, hear how the game's going for them or something?
Yeah, a lot of stuff like that. Like when our offense is out, I'll go sit on the O benches sometimes and just talk to guys. I find it a lot nicer than being alone and thinking when am I gonna have to go in and all that stuff.
What do you guys sort of say to each other? Is it just sort of talking about the game, or are you just sort of sitting there, talking about what the heck ever?
Well, it's usually pretty focused on the game, because we got to be focused on the game.
Even the freaking game.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, I wanted to talk about Utah too. What does their defense do for special teams? We were talking with Horonis, and we've been talking with Health and Marcus and all of them about what their defense is like going against the offense. But what's their defense like going against special teams?
Well, I don't know the exact numbers, but I know statistically they have one of the top special teams in the nation, and that's going to be a challenge. Last week we had Ty Montgomery, which was a huge challenge because obviously he's I think the all-time leading kick returner at Stanford. So he didn't score any touchdowns on us, which was nice. But
it's a nice victory.
Yeah, I think this is more. It's kind of a different challenge because it's all across the board. They're really, really solid. I know they've got a great kicker, and just all around they're a really, really solid and fundamentally sound team.
Are you friends with buddies with any of the other kickers in the Pac-12 schools? Do you know any of them?
I know a couple. I know one guy, the punter at UCLA right now, Matt Mangle, and let's see, in the Pac-12, I don't know if I know anybody else.
What is that world like? Is there anything different? Like, is it sort of like, I don't know, golf and baseball have their own sort of code of conduct, that unwritten rule? Do kickers sort of have that thing, or are they just sort of, we're kickers, we just wear different cleats?
No, I think there's definitely a connection between kickers. Even if it's someone you don't know, usually say hi to the other guy before the game, and sometimes like making it to college as a kicker is a bit of a lonely process, because so much of it is just you going to camps, performing individually, and that's how I know all the college kickers that I know, is from going to camps with them and kind of going through the process of getting recruited.
And what's that like? Do you guys build a different kind of relationship? Do you have a different way of sort of interacting with each other?
Yeah. I think just one of the biggest things is that kickers are really supportive of each other, and like there'll be times where you see someone on TV, you've never played against them, you never met them, but you really kind of identify with the feeling, making a big kick, missing a big kick, and So yeah, I think there's a lot of support that comes out of that.
You're either loving on the kicker or you're hating on the kicker really bad too.
Yeah, which is I mean, obviously a bit different when you're a kicker looking at it, but yeah, there's definitely that reaction from the fans. They love you, they hate you. So.